Hello, my motor enthusiasts. We've got some big news to chat about on F1 Motor Fever podcast.
You must be referring to the seismic shift in the Formula One world.
Indeed, I am. Lewis Hamilton has confirmed his move to Ferrari.
Blimey, that's a significant move. Surely it's one of the biggest driver moves in Formula One history.
You've hit the nail on the head, William. This move is being compared to Alonso's transfer to McLaren in 2005 and Vettel's move to Ferrari in 2015.
So, he's parting ways with Mercedes then?
Yes, and the decision came amidst a state of discontent at Mercedes. Even Ferrari's confirmation of a multi-year agreement with Hamilton came just minutes after Mercedes announced his departure.
That's quite a shake-up. But what does this mean for Hamilton's career?
It's a fresh start for him, William. He's showing confidence in his ability to make a difference at Ferrari, and it seems like he's aiming for another world championship title.
He'll be facing off against Charles Leclerc, the F1's Princess Diana, won't he?
That's right. And let's not forget, this could also be a strategic move by Hamilton with the new regulations on the horizon.
Hamilton's move has certainly added a sense of romance to the sport, hasn't it?
Absolutely. It's a big moment for F1 and has left fans worldwide on the edge of their seats.
Certainly sounds like we have an exciting season ahead then.
Hey there, petrol heads. I'm your host, Enzo, the F1 aficionado.
And this is your humble commentator, William, at your service.
Together, we're revving up the engine of this podcast for you every day. You're tuned in to F1 Motor Fever podcast.
Make sure to subscribe and get those notifications switched on, folks.
Absolutely. You don't want to miss the daily adrenaline rush. Now, let's put the pedal to the metal. So let's continue with our discourse on Hamilton's monumental move to Ferrari. It was an ordinary day until rumors started floating around, and by lunchtime, all doubts vanished. Mercedes came forward with the announcement only minutes before Ferrari confirmed the multi-year agreement. Quite a theatrical play, don't you agree?
Indeed, it left the fans on tenterhooks. The anticipation was intense. It's akin to a suspense thriller, where you know the outcome, but are waiting for the official reveal.
Quite so. I must say it's a bold move for Hamilton, aligning himself with Ferrari, the most successful team in Formula One. It's not just about changing teams, it's about stepping into the scarlet red car, the uniform of champions.
And facing off against Charles Leclerc, dubbed as the Princess Diana of F1, it's going to be quite the contest. Hamilton's confidence is admirable, isn't it?
Absolutely. He clearly believes in his abilities and is not afraid to take on challenges. And let's not forget, he has been with Mercedes his entire career. This is a fresh start for him.
True, but it'll be intriguing to see if Ferrari can deliver what Hamilton aims for, an 8th title. It's a huge responsibility for the Italian team.
It certainly is. And what about Mercedes? They're faced with a rebuild job for the next 2 years. Hamilton's departure is a clear signal towards their shortcomings.
Yes, it's a wake-up call for Mercedes. The ground effects era has proven tough for them, and Hamilton's move to Ferrari is not exactly an endorsement.
I've got a mate who'd be chuffed to hear about this. Hamilton's move signifies a shift in the dynamics of the sport, and it's going to be one suspense-filled season. The race to the 8th title is on, ladies and gents. So, what's your take, my friend?
Well, if Hamilton can achieve what Niki Lauda did for both McLaren and Ferrari, it would indeed be his crowning moment. But only time will tell. For now, it's a waiting game.
Hamilton has nothing to lose by joining Ferrari, the most famous team in F1. Imagine the PR and sponsor excitement. If he manages to restore Ferrari to title-winning ways and breaks the record he shares with the legend Michael Schumacher, it will be quite the grand finale to his career.
But isn't there also a risk involved? Hamilton has often expressed that he viewed Mercedes as his family. His departure will undoubtedly leave a void in the team, wouldn't it?
Indeed, the Mercedes team will undoubtedly feel the void left by Hamilton. That being said, the allure of Ferrari is well documented in F1 history, and Hamilton will join the ranks of all-time greats who have driven for the Italian squad.
What about Ferrari's title drought? It hasn't won a championship since 2008. Does Hamilton's move signify a potential end to this drought?
That's a great question, my friend. If Hamilton brings championship success back to Ferrari, it would be a significant achievement and a fitting end to his illustrious career. But we must remember, the world of F1 is unpredictable, and only time will tell.
Absolutely. There's a sort of romance associated with Hamilton moving to Ferrari, isn't there? F1 fans old and new are excited, and this move has stolen the spotlight from even major football transfers.
Absolutely. It's the stuff dreams are made of for the fans. The best drivers have always found their way to Maranello, and now it's Hamilton's turn. It's a seismic shift in F1, and we're here to witness history in the making. And speaking of competition, this may well be another astute move by the seven-time champion, reminiscent of his transfer from McLaren to Mercedes ahead of the 2013 season.
Yes, indeed. With new regulations on the horizon, there's a chance that Ferrari might have something interesting planned.
That's a good point. Fred Vasseur, the former GP2 boss, might have given Hamilton a hint about what's in store at Scuderia.
One can only wonder. The rumour mill has been churning for years, and now the move has finally transpired. Quite a significant moment for F1, isn't it?
Absolutely. This move has shaken up the F1 world, and we're all eager to see what impact it will have on the upcoming season. It's going to be a thrilling ride, that's for sure.
I couldn't agree more. It's an exciting time for all F1 fans, and we can't wait to see how this unfolds.
True. And whether you're a seasoned F1 fan or new to the sport, this is a momentous event you wouldn't want to miss. We're about to witness a new chapter in the history of F1 unfold. What a time to be alive. Let's take a moment to see what online commentators are saying about Hamilton's move to Ferrari. William, could you do the honors?
Absolutely. So the main post by Double Johnny reads, quote, "Ferrari, Hamilton will earn a year and will also be an important strategic asset," unquote.
Interesting. What are the responses?
Well, Uncle Joe's Rocket says, quote, "Generational wealth in 1 year. That's absolutely bonkers," unquote.
Quite a bit of dosh, isn't it? Any other interesting takes?
Certainly. Kento Clatinator responds, quote, "And he doesn't even have kids," unquote. To which Alex Albons' appendix jokingly offers, quote, "Blimey, I'll have a kid with him," unquote.
Haha, any particular standout comment?
There's quite a lot to choose from, actually. But a user by the name of administration number 9238 echoes what a lot of responses say about the wealth aspect. They write, quote, "Generational wealth starts at about 5 to 10 million, in my opinion. At 10 million, you're making 200,000 a year just off of the dividends on the S&P 500. You don't need to touch your capital at all," unquote.
It seems like Hamilton's salary is the hot topic, doesn't it?
Indeed, Gojibo, a user from the UK, also comments on this, saying, quote, "Most of us in the UK are lucky if we make 2 million in our entire lives," unquote.
That definitely puts things into perspective. Anything else of note?
Yes, quite a few users are discussing the potential impact of Hamilton's move on the budget cap and driver salaries. User Fatal Firecrotch says, quote, "Something I wonder with the budget cap was if we would see top drivers' salaries soar, and it seems like it might happen. These top teams have tons of extra cash available that they can no longer spend on development, that they can spend on drivers with no limit," unquote.
That's a valid point. It seems like Hamilton's move to Ferrari has sparked quite a few interesting discussions online. That's all from us today, folks. We've had a riveting chat about Hamilton's move to Ferrari and what this means for the face of Formula One. We value your company here at F1 Motor Fever Podcast and invite you to participate in the conversation. Subscribe, activate notifications, leave a comment, and share our content with your friends, your family, and all the F1 enthusiasts you know. Your support means everything to us.
Indeed, it's been a blast discussing all these developments. Do tune in to us daily. We've got plenty more where this came from. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for our upcoming discussions. They promise to be equally, if not more, engrossing.
Once again, a massive thank you for your continued support, and we're eagerly looking forward to the next episode.
Absolutely. And remember, ladies and gents, we're all in this for the love of the sport. So, until next time, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road. Our channel's content is pure gold.